guys and gals.
Hey.
You all, this movie messed me up in the best way possible. I was in the ugly cry for real. Like after the movie was over, I just needed a minute to compose myself.
Oh,
That's how
wow.
wonderful the screenplay and the directing and your performances were. I
Oh, thank
just
you.
I don't even have enough adjectives to describe what I witnessed. And as a military kid, I went on a lot of road trips with my dad when we were going from base to base. So as you guys were embarking upon this great American road trip, what was your favorite scene to shoot, or your favorite thing embarking upon this road trip as Wally and Max? And I'll start with Mia first.
I think my favorite was definitely the father-daughter dance. It was a really, really special scene to shoot, just because it's happy and it's sad at the same time. But I think for me, what I had the most fun shooting along the road trip was this little stop in Texas that we make, where my character Wally kind of gets to go to this like Texas party, and I did a keg stand, which was really cool. So that was a lot of fun.
I love that. What about you, John?
I was also going back to my childhood. We had an old car in this film, so none of the no satellite radio. Back when you had to
No
fight over the
internet.
dial, no internet, no map function. So it was the Rand McNally.
That
This
you pulled
thing,
out across the steering wheel, yeah.
this thing, janky seat belts. So that was, it reminded me of my childhood in that way as well. But yeah, it was a lot of life imitating, or art imitating life in this situation.
Oh, that's cool. Now, everybody has that moment where you realize that your parents are people, as opposed to like these mythical people as your parents. For each of you, have you had that minute? Have you had that minute? Have you had that moment where you were like, oh, my mom and dad are just like a normal person? I'll let John go first this time.
I think it happened pretty early with me. Well, I immigrated to the States when I was 6. And so previous to that, I think I saw them as, indestructible, indomitable people. But then, when we came to the United States, then it was like watching them in the world have trouble with English and communicating with people and having people look down on them. And then that really changed my perception of my parents, and they became much more vulnerable to me. And I think that was probably when I saw that.
How about you, Mia?
Yeah, I think I'm getting to that point in my life where I'm starting to realize that. I think what's really great is I was realizing these things in my own life at the same time that I was playing Wally, and she was realizing these things about Max. And that's what I loved about playing Wally, is that I kind of got to come of age with her and grow with her. And I think what's great about that kind of moment in your life is that it's a turning point with your relationship with your parents, and sometimes it deepens that relationship in a really beautiful way.
Absolutely. There's this line in the film in closing it out where it says, you're going to love this story, but you're not going to like the way it ends. But I love the way that this interview is wrapping up. And I love talking to both of you. Didn't know where I was going, did you? But I loved how this interview wrapped up. It was my joy and my pleasure to speak with both of you. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, love this film and love both of you so very much.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank you
you.
for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Bye.
I wish you love, peace, and hair grease.
Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all.